Hi, I'm Sandy Genovese, and I want to talk to you about a really great chart that will help your students better understand place value. Now, the chart is so large, I don't have anywhere close to enough room. This 3-foot long piece of the chart just indicates the ones, the tens, and the hundreds column. But it actually starts all the way at the other end with decimals, and it goes all the way from thousands and millions and billions. So I thought I would start by just showing you this representation. This, if you take each of these 3-foot sections, this is the first 3-foot section in the chart. The next 3-foot section is the one that I have sitting right in front of me that shows the units, then thousands, then millions, and then billions. What it does, by having it so large, you place it around the classroom, and it allows the kids to kind of be human markers that are representing numbers and places on the chart. So if you said, I would like for you to show me the number 368. So you would take the cards that accompany the set. Here would be 368. You would give the 3 to one student and ask them to stand in the hundreds column. So they would come and stand here. You would give the 6 to a student who would stand in the tens column for the 60, and you would give the 8 to another student who would stand in the ones column. Then you might ask them something like, multiply this number by 10, and how do you have to move? Well, if you're going to multiply it by 10, it becomes 3,680. So the person in the hundreds column will have to move to the thousand column. And the 60 becomes 600. The 8 becomes 80, and you have to assign a 0 as the placeholder for the student who will then come up and stand in this column. You might ask them to multiply by 10 again, and they'll see that they have to shift again into a larger section in order to represent that larger number. Or you might ask them to divide by 10, in which case the person who's holding the 0 will go back to their seat, and each person will move back from 3,680 to 368. This really large set is duplicated. I referenced this in the beginning. This is the classroom active set, but there's also a desktop set. And the desktop set is a wipe-off board so that your students can actually write the numbers. And then if you ask them to multiply by 10 or divide by 10, they can erase and move the numbers into the correct column. But it really helps a complete understanding of place value. So as well as the desktop set, you also get lots and lots of these Velcro tabs. This is so that if you want to place a spot on the chart and on the back of the numbers, you can permanently put them on the chart, and it will allow the students to place the numbers onto the chart if they're not actually holding them. Now, in addition to this, you'll also find an activity guide, and the activity guide has class activities on one side, and let's see if I can turn these all over. On the back side are activity sheets that the students can use in order to practice. You know, the active place value set, it's going to get your students out of their seats and moving around the room as they gain a greater understanding of place value.